So, this is how my day starts. It is 4:30 in the morning. Usually I set my alarm for 5, but I woke up, gotta pee real bad, so I figured there ain't no point in going back to sleep. I got told yesterday that today's going to be our last day. We're getting laid off. But I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. Hopefully I'll have enough to buy a van. But usually I start my day, I get up, I find a place to pee. I'm going to go over here behind this shopping center. Hopefully there ain't a cop back there shining the spotlight. And then we'll come back and get started. Alright, so that was me, obviously, in the autumn of 2024. I was living in my car at the time, working at a greeting card factory, working my guts out in a greeting card factory in a town I didn't know anything about, didn't know anybody there, never spent any time there before. That was the third time I've lived in my car since 2020. It was under those circumstances I recorded the Aeromad EP Pixel Sort. If you want to check that out, links will be somewhere. So, you might be wondering what that video and what this video and what the title that you just saw have to do with anything. And, well, I'll get to that. And things will, I'd like to say they'd make more sense, but they probably won't. They most definitely won't. So here I am in eastern Kentucky, ready to go up to this place where I'll be staying. Like I said, it don't have no water or electric. I might sleep some nights in my car anyway, because I'm going to have to shower at the gym in Ashland, which I'll probably drive over to the gym and do my workout after work every night. Morning. So I'm waking up late today. It's about 7 o'clock. It's going to be another rainy day. But before too long it'll be hot and dry, and I'll be wishing for this weather. I think the roughest part waking up is not having any electric or running water here, not having a functional bathroom, having to find a place to use the bathroom. It's been burning candles. These fucking stairs. work out, get a shower, head home. Winter morning, cold and still. We sail up on the land. Winter morning, cold and still. We sail up above the land. Winter morning, cold and still.
This exact same time period, we have these medieval Christian mystics like Hatavik of Antwerp and Angela of Foligno and Meister Eckhart coming into this confrontation with a kind of divine darkness.
So I thought we were done with all this cold weather, but I reckon not. Which, I mean, I've been thinking that pretty much all month, but here we are now, a day out from April, and it's supposed to get down in the 30s again tonight. So luckily I got the old trusty kerosene heater. I decided to just go for it and order a power supply and a solar panel. And yeah, I'm not gonna mention the particular brand or anything. I've already opened it, so this ain't like an unboxing or anything. But got a 2200 watt power supply here. There you go. Get it in the camera. 2200 watts. And a 200 watt portable solar panel. About to leave for work. It's I think about 6:30, something like that. Leave work, go to the gym, work out, take a shower, go home, eat, and go to sleep. Probably won't be a very intense intense workout because I'm pretty damn tired. But yeah, that's the routine. Alright, I am on my way to the gym. I'm gonna get a workout and get a shower and then head home. Alright, on my way back from the gym again. Getting ready to head home and get something to eat and go to bed. Alright, about to leave the gym, go home, get something to eat and go to bed. The gym, get my workout, get a shower. I am on my way to the gym. Shower and then about to leave the gym, shower, go home, get something to eat, go to bed, and go to sleep. So, I haven't been getting a whole lot of sleep lately, and my routine has been pretty brutal, honestly. But I was just laying here thinking about when I had that job hauling garbage and, going to the landfill. Landfills are kind of on, they have like their own gravity, you know what I mean? Kind of separate from the rest of the normal world. And of course, it attracts scavengers. So there are all kinds of turkey vultures, like all kinds of turkey vultures. And I don't know, like even since I quit that job, I feel like I'm still in that gravity, And like the turkey vultures, like me and the turkey vultures, like we're still on that same gravitational wavelength, and I see them everywhere. And it's not just like I'm noticing them more, they follow me. Like the other day I was driving down the road, and there was one right in the middle of the road eating something dead, some kind of roadkill. And as I got close, it stopped and it looked at me, and it flew right up over my windshield and just like looked me right in the eye. It was like a foot away from my windshield, and it was just, I don't know, it was something. Like I said, I wish I got it on video, but I don't know what it is about them specifically that ties them not just to their ecological niche, but to that gravitational wavelength. So the thing about landfills is, well, they're filled with garbage, obviously. And the thing about garbage is we don't want it around us. And so it goes to this place that has its own center of gravity, separate from our daily lives, or at least we'd like to think. And stuff gets put in there, gets compacted down, more and more and more densely, sort of like a black hole. And like a black hole, there's only so dense something can get before it collapses. So you could also say that it's like a black hole in the metaphysical sense too. So the sort of hyperfixation with turkey vultures that resulted from my short time spent at the landfill was leaving me with no answers. So I wanted to seek out some wisdom, and age brings wisdom, so I've always been told. So, bear with me here, because this is going to sound weird, but I went and talked to a tree, and the tree, he told me, as an individual, he didn't have the answers I was looking for. He said for questions that old, I'd have to go and talk to the substance he was made from, with its primordial wisdom, he said. So I did what anybody would do, and I went and talked to his cells. They didn't know either. So I went on down to the molecules, right the way down to the atoms. And they told me the answer was antimatter. You see, when a living being dies, its body becomes garbage, essentially, and in such event manifests its own gravitational well apart from the living world. These gravitational wells can become infinite, like a black hole. When this happens, the time-space coordinates flip, making it possible for the newly deceased to navigate time in reverse. This results in anti-time and converts the entire body into antimatter.
But the fact is, no antimatter exists on Earth. Within a fraction of a second, the created particle of antimatter will collide with a particle of matter. The two particles are then annihilated, turning back into energy. If a piece of antimatter the size of a baseball came in contact with the Earth, it would release the energy of an atomic bomb.
An entire body of antimatter. Just imagine the destruction. And if it were to happen multiple times. And so, the Atom said, turkey vultures are the regional sentinels of the Spacetime Continuum, deconstructing the gravitational wells of death before they can destroy us all. Or something to that effect. I don't know. Sounds like maybe it could be true. Probably not. I don't know. It's probably a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably a bunch of bullshit.
Really kind of tiny. It's not bad. I might use it for something else. It's just kind of bluesy. I wanted something a little more, I like that. But, like I said, that was kind of sound like Clementine by Elliott Smith, but not as compelling. It's got that kind of old-fashioned kind of sound to it. But I like that, the kind of breeziness, a little bit of mysterious something to it. But it was maybe a little too happy.